Musk.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elon Musk.
Growing up, Elon and I were surrounded by entrepreneurs. Our parents were both entrepreneurs, our grandparents were entrepreneurs. I don't think there was really any other option in our family other than to be an entrepreneur, to be honest.
I mean, when I was young, we did a sort of a variety of things. I mean, we went selling chocolate door to door. We created a little business plan to create a video arcade. That got shut down by our parents. I think we would have actually made money, by the way, because we really understood what games were good.
He took a test with IBM in South Africa. This was in the early 80s. And they basically came back to the family and said, you've got to get this guy a computer.
I just started writing software when I was about 10 or so, and I just got some books and kind of taught myself how to write software. When I found out there was a machine you could actually program and create your own video games, that was really super exciting because I love playing video games.
I think when he was 11 or 12, this is in the early 80s, he wrote one of the top selling or top used computer games. And it was a game much like Space Invaders, but for a PC style product called the Commodore 64.
It was just a primitive game, you know, but I was able to sell it for several $100.
I think Elon Musk looks at the world as it could be. How extraordinary could it be for all of us to rocket to Mars? How could it be if we all ran on power that was generated from the sun? How could it be if our cars went 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds? I'm
more of sort of an engineer than an entrepreneur, and if I wanted to engineer the things that I liked, as opposed to sort of being told what to engineer, then it seemed as though I had to start the company and run the company.
These companies are across diverse industries: automobiles, rockets, internet companies. He even started a software company when he was 12 and sold it successfully. So he has had 3 proven successes under his belt, 3 more that look like screaming home runs if you include Solar City, where he's chairman. I don't know of anyone on the planet who's had that string of success.
Elon Musk, CEO of electric car company Tesla, is opening up its patents to competitors. As Elon Musk explains, Tesla Motors was created to accelerate the advent of sustainable transport. If we clear a path to the creation of compelling electric vehicles, but then lay intellectual property landmines behind us to inhibit others, we are acting in a manner contrary to that goal. Tesla will not initiate patent lawsuits against anyone who, in good faith, wants to use our technology. Now, that's a major shift in patent strategy. Usually companies file patents in order to protect their technology, to keep other people from copying what they've done. But in this case, Elon Musk seems to be encouraging people to copy what they've done, to build on his innovations. And the question is, what is Elon Musk's strategy by doing that?
Right, it seems somewhat counterintuitive, but when we think about what electric vehicles represent and what this particular market represents, I think that it's an absolutely brilliant move.
Tell me why. What's brilliant about it?
What's brilliant about it is that he's focusing on the bigger picture. He's saying electric cars are the future, but we need electric cars, not just Tesla, to be the preferred method of transportation.
So Elon, you are really quite unique, I feel, in being so interested in the long-term future of humanity.
Well, I don't think I'm that unique. You have an institute. Clearly, you're interested in that too.
Quite the opposite. I'm curious, your interest in the far future of humanity, when did that begin? How did that start?
Well, I think it was when my interest in the future of humanity is, I guess, as a function of reading a lot of sci-fi and philosophy as a kid, and then. And just sort of thinking about, okay, what's important to do? Like, why do anything? What's the meaning of life? And I came to the conclusion that what we really need to do is make sure that life continues into the future, and particularly conscious life. And in doing so, we'll be better able to understand the nature of the universe and achieve greater enlightenment.
One thing I really admire about you is you don't just talk about the future of humanity, you actually start companies and do things about it. So what made you so audacious?
Well, I don't really think of these things as all that audacious. They seem like natural things to do. You know, it's sort of more of a long-term optimization rather than a short-term one. Yeah, I just not that I think, you know, everyone should be doing these things, but someone needs to do them. So you know, so if I see that, well, somebody's not doing this and maybe I could be helpful, then I try to do something in that regard.
Weren't there some people along the way though who told you that that's crazy to start a space company or a new electric car company or another solar company? Sure.
I mean, there are lots of people that said that the likelihood of failure was extremely high, and that it was a stupid thing to do. And when I started SpaceX, one of my closest friends got a compilation of rocket failures and made me watch the whole thing. And there were lots of people that tried to talk me out of it. And the joke was, you know, how do you make a small fortune in the rocket business? Well, you start with a large one. And I got told that joke so many times that obviously I knew the punchline, you know, so I just tell them the punchline, and they would look at me like, "Is he serious?" Or or it's like, say, "Why did you start a rocket company?" I was trying to figure out the fastest way to turn a large fortune into a small one. That seemed like a good way to go. But the thing is, like, I already thought the probability of failure was high, and that you know, with that the likelihood of success was therefore low, so this was not new information. I thought maybe SpaceX had, I don't know, 10 or 20% chance of success, and Tesla probably similar. I thought SolarCity had a much higher chance of success, but probably still only, you know, I don't know, 50% or something like that. Yeah, I mean, for the longest time, I mean, SpaceX and Tesla almost didn't survive. I mean, it came very close to perishing as companies. In 2008 and 2009, with the Great Recession, was an extremely close call.
I would say probably he's the Leonardo da Vinci of our times, in some way. Someone with great imagination, putting technology into things that we never thought possible before. Whenever Elon touched PayPal, SolarCity, Tesla Motors, to SpaceX, all these are pioneering new things that have a huge impact on not only the marketplace, but on the way we think about things. His stamp in all these activities is just unparalleled. I can't see how you can have anyone else who personifies this in such a short period of time and with his talent.
I always thought that we would make much more progress in space. We were supposed to have a base on the moon, we were supposed to send people to Mars, and that stuff just didn't happen. We went backwards.
The fact that all of a sudden, here's a private company starting from pretty much nothing that sends to the space station payload that can be used and then returns back, something that took forever and untold amounts of money from NASA to be able to do, I think that's truly remarkable.
Within 40 years, we could be a spacefaring civilization. The critical breakthrough, technological breakthrough that's necessary for that is to create a truly reusable rocket system.
There is a lot of risk involved in terms of trying something that you don't know if it's going to work. Elon has what it takes to take that challenge and be able to deal with it. It's easy for people who are on the sidelines to always, second guess or criticize. But people that want to make a difference follow the instincts.
I think it's going to be very exciting. What we're hoping to do with SpaceX is to push the envelope and provide a reason for people to be excited and inspired to be human.